Hello, hello, and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name's Rochelle, and I'm here to do a love reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever else you might have Capricorn in your chart. It's my intention there is something in here for everyone. But remember that if this does not resonate, don't try and make it fit. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. And also remember that my readings are timeless. So whenever you catch this is the right time for you. I'm going to be doing a basic Celtic cross spread, and I will be using the Good Tarot to begin, and then I'll finish off with some oracle cards. So we're going to ask first, what's going on in the current situation? What are you currently dealing with, Capricorn? Currently dealing with in love. Nine of Earth. Well, um, this is kind of saying to me that you are currently single. um, that there's not, you haven't quite encountered something yet. Potentially, you're working on your building yourself up in your life, working on finances, being self-reliant, independent, doing your thing. What's your challenge? What's your challenge with this? Eight of Air. You may be struggling with some self denial. You think that you might be thinking, I'm really good single. I don't want anybody. I don't need a relationship. But then here you are watching a love reading. And this it's ultimately your challenge is that you need to gain some kind of clarity, some kind of bigger picture understanding of where you're at. And if you want a relationship, which again, you're here watching this, probably you do. Um, what in you is keeping you from that, from having what you want? So let's look at your recent past. What happened in your recent past? Queen of Water. Queen of Water is very nurturing. It's very compassionate, very kind, very emotionally balanced, very much into is the healer, into healing others, healing herself. What about the Queen of Water? I'm trying to determine if this is you or someone you were dealing with. The Fool. The Fool's all about a new beginning, being spontaneous, taking a leap of faith. In your recent past, I kind of feel like you took a leap of faith towards someone that you probably thought was really amazing, really nurturing, but it didn't work out because you're single now. Let me pick one more. One more. Yeah. Yeah. You two couldn't get on the same page. You're much more like practical, making your lists. This is how things should be. And this person was much more like, hey, let's go with the flow. Um, let's talk about our emotions. And you're like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to do that. And just you weren't able to get on the same page with one another. Um, just yeah, there was some kind of imbalance. And as much as you wanted this, as much as you wanted to just make it happen, it just wasn't. And it left you in a place of denial because I think you really like this person. You really wanted it to work out and it didn't. And or at least that's where you're currently at, is you haven't been able to find some way to find common ground with one another. But you're having a hard time looking at I think looking at your part of things, gaining the clarity you need in order to move on and move forward towards something that is either someone who's a better fit for you, or just to repair the situation. So let's look at your near future. What's coming up in the near future? Hermit. Yeah, you're taking some time to go within and figure out what in the heck just happened. I thought I was with somebody who was my person. They seemed so amazing, but oops, sorry for the glare. Um you feel outside. You're outside the door. You need to figure out what key will let you in. You need the clarity in order to figure out how to move on, move to the next level, the next place. I want to clarify this some more. Two of Earth. I think that this is I think this has to do that, you more than anybody, you love to work. Work is your thing. Like you it's what fulfills you. It gives you a sense of purpose in your life. The problem is that you can often put it before everything else at the expense of everything else. And there's not a good balance. This might be what happened, why things didn't work out with you in this Queen of Water, because um you didn't know how to prioritize them in your life. You didn't know how to balance work with play. And so in the near future, I think this is you really going within and thinking about that, considering what happened, that yes, maybe you do pour too much of yourself into work. As important as that is, play is also important. Spending time with your person is also important. I'm going to clarify this as well. The near future, yeah, we have the Ace of Water, which is really great because this is a new beginning. This is unconditional love. Learning to love yourself in order to call in the love, to act as a magnet for something new. This could be your Queen of Water coming back once you reach this place where you realize that yes, you do need to get a little more balanced in yourself, in your life. Definitely some kind of new beginning with them or with someone else. So what are you aware of consciously? What's going on in your conscious mind? The sun. I think you have a lot of abundance in your life because of the work that you do. Working itself brings you a lot of happiness. And you know that that is a big part of what you're meant to do in this life. And you need somebody. Maybe this Queen of Water did not understand. I can pick the card up. I don't know that they understood how important work is to you. And you didn't understand how important play is to them. Taking the time out from work to like connect on another level. But you know that you're happy, and learning how to articulate that to somebody is really important, but also to know that there are other ways to be happy as well, that it can't just always be about work. If you really want the ultimate fulfillment of a relationship, which I think you do. So what's in your subconscious mind? What are you not aware of? Seven of Water. You're you're looking at options. You're visualizing, you're dreaming, you're fantasizing about what you want, what you want in an ideal relationship. This person seemed pretty ideal, but then again, were they? Maybe they didn't have enough work ethic for you. Um, but and so I feel like this situation is allowing you to spend this time. You're going within and you're thinking about, well, what would be ideal for me? What kind of person would really match me? But I think you're still kind of hung up on them. So you're not fully aware that you're doing this. And maybe there are other people around. And you're so like hyper focused on them that you're not seeing the other options. But again, in this deck, it's much more about fantasy and daydreaming, visualizing. You may have only just begun the process of figuring out what you want. You know what you want when it comes to work. You know what brings you joy. Work itself does. It brings you so much happiness, and because of the abundance partially that comes with it. But some underneath there, you're realizing there's more to it than just that. So how do you perceive yourself? How do you see yourself right now? The two of fire. You are embracing the unknown. You see yourself as allowing yourself to be led, to even be carried towards your destiny, towards what you really want in life, what's really going to fulfill you and make you happy. Because with this card, the giraffe is the one carrying the light. It makes me think that, the giraffe is like your higher power, carrying the light. You don't have to do anything but just kick back and enjoy the ride. And you kind of see yourself in this place. It's almost like the idea of coasting. You're just like, I'm going to do my thing, focus on what makes me happy, and see where that takes me. How do other people perceive you? King of water. I think that you are seen as someone who is very fair, who is very compassionate as well, who is kind and generous, very diplomatic, very emotionally balanced. So what's your advice? Advice for you is Queen of Earth. I feel like the advice is to just keep being yourself ultimately. Um, you want to make sure that you stay grounded, which I think is not that difficult for you. um, to focus on what you're good at and keep, this card is about being resourceful, using what you have that's available to you in order to move forward. In this deck, she's the master gardener. She's able to take that seed and turn it into the abundant harvest. This is a time for you to focus on you, to focus on building yourself up. Work is really important because it's important to you. There's a reason that you feel that way about it. Um, there's something else here. And I think you really want to nurture Nurture yourself. Nurture your passions. What drives you? It could be that you had to walk away from that situation because it wasn't nurturing in the end. So what's your outcome? Temptation. You might find yourself tempted to compromise yourself again for the sake of a new connection. Or it could be that person coming back around. And you might feel very tempted by them, even if you know that they don't actually fit what you need to be truly happy. Get some clarification on that temptation. 10 of Earth. Yeah, because you're you're moving towards your ultimate fulfillment in all the ways. You're already most of the way there. You know how to create the life that you want. The only thing missing is that 10th pentacle, probably that relationship, that ideal relationship, that person that's actually going to match you. And there's temptation. You're dealing with temptation around, I want to say, someone showing up who doesn't quite fit what you know you need in order to have your ultimate fulfillment. Let me get one more on this. Page of Earth. This is the outcome. Feeling tempted. Oh. I mean, it could be feeling tempted um, by work in favor of a new beginning. But no, that doesn't seem right because the 10 of Earth it's all the things. It's the relationship and the money and the prosperity. It's all the things. And it's self-mastery. Tempted. Tempted by, oh God. It seems like it would be so good. Why because this is what you want is the relationship. Maybe you're just not ready. Maybe that is where the temptation lies. Because we have the page of Earth, which is all about tangible results from efforts put in. And maybe you end up feeling tempted, tempted by your work. Hey, Deepak. Yeah, tempted by your work, and that takes you away from your ultimate fulfillment. Maybe you have something that you've poured yourself into, some kind of new endeavor, new beginning. And again, I just have to come back to the fact that there needs to be balance. Balance in work, balance in play. To have the ultimate fulfillment, you got to have the balance in all the areas. So let's look at the bottom of the deck. What's on the bottom? Page of Water. This came up for, I'm not going to remember in this moment, I don't think. Scorpio, maybe? Libra? I don't remember. But this is kind of the overarching energy. Um, it's about being playful. It's about being optimistic, knowing things are going to work out, having fun. Yes, work is awesome. Yes, it brings you a lot of happiness, but this is about letting yourself put up your hands, back away from the work. go go out in nature, go be playful. If you do have someone new in your life, which it looks like you do, or you will, remember to take the time to go and play, to have some fun, to do anything other than work. And that will take you a long way in this connection. Okay, let's finish up with the wisdom of Avalon. Focus. Yes, there's a huge amount of focus on doing the work that is fulfilling to you, because that's where your happiness lies. But then remember, you want to focus on the balance as well, the work and the play. And the horse, accepting help from another. When someone new comes in, this could have been part of where the breakdown happened before too, is, because you know what you want, you know the steps to take. You're often like many steps ahead of what you're actually not doing. Not doing. Oh, I saw Teapot. You have a fever and not feeling well. I'm sorry. That must be uncomfortable. I hope you feel better soon. Um, accepting help from someone, this person that things didn't work out with, probably you were not able to accept help from them because you already had a clear vision, a clear idea of what you wanted. And this is allowing someone to come in to provide their input into the relationship, into whatever. And just to kind of try and keep an open mind that maybe there's something that you hadn't considered that someone else can offer to help boost you. And the king, um, authority, things pertaining to the law, justice. This is that male energy within all of us. I think that this is naturally the place that you sit. You are a king. You are very, very authoritative. You're very in your power. You like to have control. You like to make the decisions. And it's needing to remember that as good as it is to be in that position, you also you want to allow others to have their input as well, to give their input. That sometimes being playful, being allowing and receiving, not just going all the time, there is a time and a place for that as well. And that's where you gain your justice. That's where you find your balance, when you're able to also nurture this part of yourself. Allow yourself that divine feminine within you to take the reins sometimes, to just sit back and, like I said, allow and nurture people, nurture yourself. Do something just because it feels good, not because it's work or there's some kind of something that you're going to get out of it, except for happiness, joy, gratification. Anyway, I keep thinking, but that's where your happiness lies, is in work. And it's like, yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. But also, you want to play, work and play. Okay. There it is. There's your reading. I hope it resonates. Please leave me a comment if it does. Deepak, really do hope you feel better soon. And wherever you are in the world, besides India, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share.